Hello again after long absence. I just couldn't find anything, to be honest, and then I kind of forgot about it. I'm actually going to do two things here. I'm going to try this, and I'm also going to give my little opinion or review of the Divide. So, killing two birds with one stone for now. I'm not going to make that a running thing. I'll probably do stuff individually from now on. I just wanted to get a start on my reviews. Anyway, I've never tried this. I don't know what it smells like. I don't have really high expectations. CJ, #1 Korean food company. Korean seasoned soybean paste. This ready-to-use Korean staple is a great dipping condiment for fresh vegetables. Which, I have my carrots. I'm not going to eat them all. That would be bad. Oh, open. Okay. I can't open that way. I'll be right back. If you hear any barking or craziness, that's my dog, and I apologize. She's probably going to start here in a second. What? Do not eat. Yeah, thank you. Oh, it's mushy. Oh God, it stinks. What? How is that? What? Ew. Okay, they have like the plastic thing on top of it, and then they have like this paper, which I have no idea how to get. No, Maggie, you can't eat soybean paste. She's like, that smells good. Ah! Gross. Ah, I got it all over. Yeah. Stupid webcam and your stupid automatic zoom. It kind of smells like fish sauce mixed with tomatoes. Yeah. I'm so not looking forward to this. Okay. Korean soybean paste. Ew! Oh my God, when they said season, they weren't kidding. One, it's super... Go away, Maggie. One, it's super salty. And two, it's spicy. Like, almost like serrano chili spicy. Oh God. Yeah. No. I got it all over. Ew. I said no. You can't have soybean paste. No. No. You don't want that. No, you don't want it. No. Cameo, everybody. Yeah. No, you can't have it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Shut up! Okay, that's it. You're going outside. Be right back again. Sorry. Come on, Dad. Oh God, I'm still. Okay. Now for my review of The Divide, which is going to be kind of hard because I was so into this scenario. I'm usually into like post-apocalyptic movies anyway. I read the summary here in case you haven't heard of the movie, but because it's pretty yeah, it's hard to find, or unless you red box it or whatever, or buy it. I found it at a local Best Buy, but anyway, prepare yourself for the unrated movie experience that critics are calling one of the most graphic and extreme end-of-the-world shockers of our time. As nuclear warheads rain down on Manhattan, 9 strangers, including Lauren Germain, or German, from Hostel Part 2, Michael Biehn, Aliens, Tombstone, of course. Why didn't they put Terminator? That I would think that that would be the movie that everybody would know him from. It's like, it's Kyle Reese, come on. And he's the best thing in this movie. Oh my God. Then you got Milo Ventimiglia from Heroes, Courtney B. Vance, Law and Order Criminal Intent, Ivan Gonzalez, Michael Eklund, Ashton Holmes, and Rosanna Arquette. No offense to Rosanna, but because I know she was good in the movie, but it's like, really, her character was, anyway. 9 strangers barricade themselves in their apartment building's bunker-like basement, controlled by an unhinged superintendent. But within days, supplies dwindle, tempers flare, and the trapped survivors find themselves overcome by treachery, madness, sexual torment, and savage violence. What follows is intense, it's raw, and it's all brutality, horrifyingly real. This is The Divide. They actually weren't kidding. Most of the violence, if I recall, other than at the end, is pretty much like off screen. Stupid auto zoom. I liked it. I thought it was good. I think it, believe it or not, it could have been way worse. And I have mixed feelings because it's, like I said, I like it. I like the scenario of people being trapped. Stupid soybean paste, God. In a bunker, and they slowly, like, degrade mentally, and they, like, lose it. I mean, and they're all very well acted. It was, well, some of them, except for, like, 2 actors. I'm not going to say who. You'll have to see for yourself. Yeah, spoilers, by the way. I never thought to say that. I do. I love Michael Biehn as the unhinged superintendent. And the commentary on this makes it almost worth it. Because it's him and the director and, like, my dog, I'm sorry. And Milo Ventimiglia, and some other dude, the Eklund dude. Yeah, I don't. But anyway, his His mouth is so foul, Michael Bean's. It's like every other word out of his mouth in that commentary is like, fuck. But anyway. Yeah, he's so good in it because he's hamming it up. He's like chewing the scenery, but somehow it really works. Unhinged, they weren't kidding. I almost wish that I had his setup, because I do kind of, don't you judge me, I do kind of have like a little panic whatever in my basement, like food, flashlights, stuff like that, like essential stuff, like, which even could be used for natural disasters, like tornadoes and stuff. Shut up! Anyway, I almost wish I had his setup, because he has like his own toilet in the basement, he has his own room, he has like a crap ton of like food. Although all you see in this movie pretty much is beans, which he does actually make a comment about that, Michael Bean, in the commentary, where he goes, this should have just been called Beans the Movie, you know, and they're like, take it, you know, do a drinking game every time you see beans on this movie, which, in my opinion, you probably would die of alcohol poisoning before you were done. But, yeah, I mean, they're all very good actors. Rosanna Arquette's character, and major spoilers, it's her and her daughter. This is something else they really kind of don't explain, and I was like, what? This wasn't necessary. It's bizarre, and it was not, it shouldn't have been included, because one, like I said, they never explain it, and two, it just totally, like, took away from the, oh my god, we're all gonna die, post-apocalyptic feel of the movie. It almost took, like, an Aliens or a sci-fi turn. These weird dudes, like, show up in these white, like, military, bizarre mask things. Excuse me, it's that paste, it's killing me. Excuse me. And, they come in, and they're like, you know, what are you doing here, blah, blah, blah. Actually, they don't talk, now that I think about it. And they take Rosanna Arquette's daughter, like, they look in her mouth, and then they inject her with something, and then they put her in, like, a body bag. And they're all like, what are you doing, what are you doing? And they don't answer, so they take her out. And, you don't know why they take these, you don't know why they take her. And it's never explained. I mean, you kind of, what I draw from it is, they take one of the dudes that got killed, because like a firefight ensues, you know. They take one of the white armor dudes, armor, that got killed, and they give it to Milo Ventimiglia, his character, and I'm so sorry if I'm butchering that name, but yeah. And shut up! And he takes that, and he opens up the door to the bunker, which Michael Bean is not happy about. And Rosanna Arquette, like, the whole time, is like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Ah! My daughter. And, like, they open up the door, and there's, like, this vacuum-sealed, like, it looks like a vacuum hose, like, leading from the bunker to, like, this big, inflated, like, sterile room. It's such a departure from the dark, dank feeling of it. But Milo's character, sorry, he goes down the vacuum thing and into this room, and he sees, like, all these people, like, conducting experiments. There's, like, human specimens all over, and they're, like, breathing like Darth Vader, like, you know. And, then he actually goes to, like, these incubators, and he finds Rosanna Arquette's daughter. Like, she's all bald, and she's got, like, this breathing thing, like, this breathing tube, and he's like, I don't remember her name, but he's like, you know, so-and-so, and she, like, opens her eyes, and then he's like, oh my god, and people were like, a guy comes up, and he's like, who are you, you know, like, you don't look, and he grabs an ID, and it's, like, an Asian dude, and he's like, well, that's not you, obviously. So then another firefight ensues, and, you know, and Milo runs back, and then Rosanna's like, did you find my daughter, did you find my daughter, oh my god. That's pretty much what she does throughout the whole movie, except for later, then she becomes catatonic. But And he's like, he just shakes his head, and she's like, oh my God. They never explain what they were doing with those kids. They never explain what they were doing there. From what I can gather, they're probably trying to preserve the younger generation, like, for future repopulation of the planet and whatnot. Like I said, that's my opinion. You can draw whatever you want from it if you see it, but that makes the most sense to me. And then after that, they all, like, just slowly go nuts. I don't, like, Milo's character and his other, like, gangster, greaser, whatever you want to call him, friend, gay partner. I don't know if it was, like, in the beginning they got exposed to dust, but Michael Bihn's character said it's dust from the building. But, because before he said, everything got sucked up into the atmosphere and it rained down as radioactive dust, and if the dust gets in here, we're fucked. I think those were his exact words. So Milo's character and the other dude get showered in dust in the beginning, but then I don't know if it was when Milo's character went into the vacuum place when he maybe got exposed to radiation or whatever, and then it spread somehow to his other friend. But yeah, like, everybody's hair starts falling out. Well, those two, their hair starts falling out. And then they, like, become, like, almost like rage zombies without the zombie. It's like, basically, they take Rosanna Arquette's character, who by this point is, like catatonic. Like, she gets involved with the other guy, not Milo's character, but the other guy. And they, like, screw, like, every 5 seconds, and she's, like, sitting there, she's like, and she just loses her mind. And the sex scenes in this film are, I mean, she's so degraded, and sexual violence, they weren't kidding. I mean, it's like, oh my God. I said shut up! But there was one scene in particular one sex, rape, whatever you want to call it, scene that I found kind of disturbing. Both Milo and the other dude were in this, they were in this room, and basically the other dude is, like, doing Rosanna, like, like doggy style. He's, like, doing it. And she's got, like, duct tape really tight around her boobs, and she, like, has no clothes on. And, Milo's character sitting in a chair right next to them, like, masturbating, and it's like, ew. But the whole time, like, Rosanna Arquette's character, they go to her point of view, and she sees a cross hanging on the wall, and she's doing the Hail Mary at the same time. And then she, like, starts screaming her guts out. It's like, that was disturbing to me, probably because of the whole prayer part, and because, like I said, she basically becomes degraded and raped and used as basically a sex object, which at the beginning she was very, like, all for it, like, okay, I can understand her losing her daughter as making her kind of, lose it. I mean, because that's a big loss, but why do you latch on to a guy who's clearly half your age, has no respect for you, excuse me, and just, it made, I don't know, to me, she was the most irritating character. But again, it had nothing to do with Rosanna Arquette. It was just the character itself. It was like, what? I just saw no point to it, honestly. I know it was to show the point of human depravity and how people can become depraved when they're, like, stuck underground for such and such amount of time, starving, and just, and radiation poisoning and all that. But I just thought there was no need to include it. But, Milo Ventimiglia's friend, he eventually gets radiation poisoning too. Don't ask me how, I don't remember. And there's one scene where, well, spoilers, they kill Rosanna Arquette, and they said, like, she just broke. And it's pretty disturbing because, like I said, she's laying there on the bed. She got duct tape around her boobs, and she's all like covered in blood, and she's like, I mean, eventually the other dude, they shave their heads because their hair's falling out, you know. So the dude takes Rosanna Arquette's dress or nightgown, which she's been wearing throughout the whole movie, and he puts it on. Yeah, he puts it on, and then he takes her makeup and puts it on too. Her eyeliner, and I think her lipstick. Yeah. And earlier they all found out that Michael Bihn's character, their superintendent, was holding out on them. Like he said, you know, nobody's allowed to go in my room. You know, this is my room. You're not allowed to go in there. So eventually they decided, well, we're gonna break in. You know, just screw you. So they did, and he has like a crap ton of like food, where he's been giving them nothing but beans, obviously. Like canned fruit and canned vegetables and all this kind of crap. And his room is like really plush or lush, I think that's the right word. And like he has all this like 9/11 stuff like littered about his room. Like they have, I think he was at FDNY, you know, or in the FDNY, a firefighter, and he couldn't save his wife. I think, yeah, either his wife, yeah, just his wife. I was gonna say his daughter, but like I said, I don't remember. And that was like what made him like, he's really racist. He's like, you know, it's them friggin' ragheads, and you know, of course it's the Arabs, you know, and of course it wasn't. But he's very prejudiced and very, you know, it. But anyway, they all go in there and they find out, you know, hey, you took crap from my apartment, you know, you broke in and you took stuff, and he's like, well, of course I did because I could. So that leads to Milo's character and the other dude, and basically, I'd say everybody except for there's a French dude who's in a relationship with the chick from Hostel 2. I would probably say except for those two, where they actually they tape Michael Bihn's character, to a chair, and they pretty much torture him to try to, you know, get the code for his room earlier, which is, I think it's like 911 or something, like 9/11. Excuse me. And you know, he's like, you know, but I ain't giving you the code, screw you. So they basically leave him like duct taped to this chair throughout the whole movie, and he's like just like spitting like in rage and like I just love his character so much. I don't know, I just do. You kind of have to see it. But anyway, yeah, eventually Michael Bihn's character tells the chick from Hostel 2, you know, I have a gun in a coffee tin in my room, you know, and if you want to get rid of Milo and his friend's character, you know, just, you know, you can go and shoot him, you know, if you can get to it. And during this time, they're just like, the two of them, the two dudes, are like, you know, like, I'm insane, like, clearly. And that dude's still running around in Rosanna Arquette's dress and makeup. I was like, what? So she goes and she tells her French boyfriend, I think she tells him. And he's like, well, okay, I'm gonna try to get it. And meanwhile, the dude in the dress is like holed up in Mickey's room, of course, and he's just like, I like apricots, no, you know, like, he's so gross by the end of this movie. And then he corners the French dude and is like telling him to say all these things in French, you know, like really gross things in French. Like, I don't even want to repeat it, because one, I don't like the word that they used. And then he like kisses him, like almost like French kisses him, and I'm like, ew! It's like, that's disgusting. Why did they feel the need to include that? I have nothing against gay people, like, so I don't want gay bash, or I don't want gay gay people coming on here going, you don't like gay people. No, it was just, why? Why? I mean, I know he was crazy, but why? But eventually he gets the gun, and the chick, they're like running down the hall, and by then she's freed Michael Biehn's character, and they're all running down one of the halls, in the shelter, and the French dude's like, I got the gun, and the two crazy dudes, they corner him, and I forgot to mention, Milo's character has a half-brother who, in the scuffle with the white-suited dudes, got shot in the shoulder, so he's, like, pretty much incapacitated. He's probably the only redeeming character, other than Michael Biehn's character, that's an honest-to-God good person. Because Michael Biehn's character undergoes, like, a huge character shift from a prejudiced asshole to a, hey, you're okay, you tried to save us, blah, blah, blah. So the French dude gets cornered by Milo's character, his friend, and his brother is standing there. And they're all, and the chick from hospital, she's like, give the gun to I don't remember his name. She's like, give the gun to so-and-so, give the gun to so-and-so. And he's like, the French dude's like freaking out. And she's like, well, first she was like, shoot them, shoot them, please shoot them, not me, not the other dude, because we're on your side, blah, blah, blah. And eventually the French dude shoots the brother. And while he's distracted, the dude in the dress and Milo's character, they kind of pretty much, like, knock him on the ground and beat the living crap out of this dude, and he somehow survives. Don't ask me how. But eventually the dude in the dress gets killed, and Milo's character gets shot in the gut, and he dies, and his brother dies, and then the whole place like catches fire, and like the chick from Hostel 2, she's like backing up, she's like, screw you guys, we only have one suit from the dude, and I'm gonna get out of here, because I don't care what's on the outside, it's gotta be better than being down here with you butt munches. At least I think that's what was going on in her head. Don't ask me. But when the place is on fire, like Michael Biehn and the French dude take off their shirts, they're trying to make the fire go out by beating it with a, cloth. But she backs up, she grabs the suit, and they're like, her character's name is Eva, they're like, Eva, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, screw you, I'm gonna lock you down here, which is what she does. And I was like, you bitch. I was like, why did you do that? I mean, I know why she did, but I was so pissed. I was like, they're screaming for your help. One guy you spent your entire life with. I mean, yeah, you had like a rocky few months or few days there, but he's screaming for you, and you're just like, screw you, I'm gonna... Oh yeah, that was gross. Like I said previously, Michael Biehn's character has a toilet, and it's septic, so basically you have to just throw lime on it, and it disintegrates. She breaks the toilet, and jumps in the crapper, pretty much, and she's, like, swimming through this sea of poo, duty, whatever. And I'm like, ew! And they're, like, all burning to death by this point, and she, like, crawls, she makes her way to the surface, which I will say is very pretty, like, in a post-apocalyptic way. It's very pretty. It's, like, blues and grays, and it's very stark, and there's, like, destruction all around her, like, buildings are crumbling. It kind of looks like Fallout 3, not New Vegas. And she's, like, walking around, and it's like, and then, like, it ends with a looking out into the distance shot, like, I'm thinking, yeah, you're screwed. Yeah, you took a couple cans of beans, but you know, you only got one suit. You don't know, you know, what's out there. Like, there could be mutants for all you know. You have no weapons. You have, like I said, like 5 cans of beans. That's not going to last you very long, especially if stuff is irradiated. Because eventually, if you ingest enough irradiated stuff, you're going to die. Excuse me again. Soybean paste. Ugh. But, yeah, so it ends with a looking out into the distance shot, and it's like, well, previously, before he burned to death, Michael Bihn's character had a vision of his wife, which I liked. He was like, you know, hi, how you doing? I get to be with you soon, you know. And it, like I said, if you like really, really, really depressing and sick movies, it's almost sick. Um, I would recommend it if you like post-apocalyptic, sick, depressing movies. Because I liked it. I made my mom actually watch it with me because I was like, you know, I like this movie. It was a good movie, blah, blah, blah. She was so, like, emotionally drained and sickened by the end of it. She said, don't ever, ever make me watch anything else that is that depressing and that disgusting ever again. And of course, after that, I made her watch Dumplings by Fruit Chan, and she's like, stop it! Ah. But, so, yeah, I mean, I would check it out, but only if you can, like, stomach it or mentally handle it. I'm pretty much really desensitized at this point, so it takes a really shocking amount of crap to disturb me. But it is more psychologically disturbing than, like, you know, ew, like gory. But yeah, I would recommend it. I would recommend The Divide. Korean soybean paste. No, just no. Okay, I hope this wasn't too boring, and yeah, I rambled, I'm so sorry, but I'll get better. And I was, like I said, I was gonna do, like, Amanda Hagen, because she has such an eclectic, you know, amount of movies, and so do I, so if I like them or if I hate them, I'm just gonna, you know, go on here. And games, that probably will take me a while. Sorry. So yeah, I mean, so, yeah, like I said, Korean soybean paste, no. The Divide, if you can handle it, yes. Soybean paste, ugh. Bye.